Hello everybody, this is Fronto Bobbin here, and welcome to race number 30 of the 2020-21 NROL Siemens National Series season. This is a Samsung 300 at the Denver Motorsports Park. It is time for the second round of the 2020-21 NROL Siemens National Series playoffs, and we come to Denver indeed. So, Denver, it's a track that the series wasn't originally going to go to, but I had to do some restructuring in the playoff schedule, and, well, we hadn't raced here yet, so I figured that Denver was a pretty good place for the next stop on the NRL Siemens National Series season playoffs of sausages. And yes, the playoffs are indeed just heating up. Our first race of the playoffs just last week at All Club Speedway was quite a race indeed. But ultimately it was won by Emily. However, the fight for the top spot in the points is definitely getting very tight. We got the likes of Justin Haley, Ryan Sieg, and Hubi Lexpulse all going. Right now, Hubi Lexpulse leads the standings, but only by 1 point over Ryan Sieg. So what could we see over the next 7 races in the series? Well, we're going to find out starting today. So with that being said, let's give you the starting grid for this race. Starting on the pole for this one is Chase Briscoe. Alongside second is John Bendinger. Third is Michael Annette. Fourth is Cody Goforth. Fifth is Hennet. Sixth is Casey Yannico. Seventh is Justin Haley. Eighth is Ryan Sieg. Ninth is Zach Fitzroy Sr. 10th is Emily. 11th is Nathan Mon. 12th is John Doe. 13th is Sebastian Coquelin. 14th is Ross Stain. 15th is Greg Graff. 16th is Sexus. 17th is Bob Cobb Films. 18th is Matthew Brown. 19th is Snell Geyer. 20th is Austin Murray. 21st is Freeman McShane. 22nd is Jose Mills. 23rd is Austin Cinder. 24th is Dan Herrick. 25th is Ryan, or 25th is DJ Reed. 26th is Harrison Burton. 27th is Hugo Lexpulse. 28th is Andy Logan. 29th is Noah Gregson. 30th is Brandon Jones. 31st is Edward. 32nd is David Blue. 33rd is Ernie Irvin. 34th is Tyler Tomasi. 35th is Anthony Alfredo. 36th is Keisha Richardson. 37th is Riley Herbst. 38th is Shane Lamb. 39th is Bob Punter. 40th is Miles Snyder. 41st is Mitch Bronson. And 42nd is Can't Drive. So, there you have it. That's the for the race. Just put away my iPad. And let's do this. So, first things first, you may notice a difference in my microphone quality, and yes, this is the point in the season where I record the races with my Blue Yeti microphone, so my voice sounds a lot more clear and crisp. That being said, however, there are some things to talk about. Just also want them to just check the Sims game settings, and everything seems to be fine. Yeah, he's doing that just to make sure. So, first of all, though, another thing I want to mention is that this is also the first NR 2003 race I'm running on a new install of NR 2003, because for some reason, my installation of NR 2003 that I was using before is now all messed up and stuff. Like, it's all laggy and horrible. I tried to do this race yesterday, but it just wasn't really going anywhere. So, so this race is the first for the rest of the season that will be run on a brand new installation of NR 2003. This is only a temporary fix just to last for the rest of the season, because I'm not going to be doing a follow-up season to this, and I just kind of just want to get this project over with. So, anyways, with all that in mind, it's time to go racing. And they come to the start box, and green flag is in the air for the Samsung 300 at Denver Motorsports Park. Chase Briscoe getting a pretty good launch on the inside. Michael Annette there as well. And AJ Allmendinger is there on the bottom lane. Now, Denver is a very tricky track, especially at the beginning where they're all bunched up together. And Chase Briscoe going to go right up against the wall. Michael Annette right there as well. And they are really close to it, but they all make it through turn 1. However, I don't think it's going to last very long, as Seabird going to turn number 3, which is all going to be a very tricky corner. Here comes Hennet, a playoff driver, going underneath Michael Annette, trying to go for the lead here. And Michael Annette going to slow up quite a lot. Alright, how many are going to survive turn number 2? Or turn 4? It looks like everyone does. Yep, we are still green. We are still underway despite all the crazes happening. Hendon is in the lead. Jackie Fitzwater Sr. here as well, and so is Justin Haley. Justin Haley, he is a playoff series driver that everybody needs to look out for. There's a crash. Crashed already. As we make it through turn number 2. And it's still on the lead, but Justin Haley trying to hang on. A couple other playoff guys, here comes Greg Graff, and Ryan to go all the way to the bottom lane. Denver is a really tricky racetrack, as Nathan Mon just going from the bottom lane to the high lane. And Emily is here as well. Emily got her first win in this series. And caution is out in Denver. The second Ruby Lex Post, the third guy to look out for. And yes, Ruby Lex Post made it through unscathed. That being said though, Tobago Motorsports drivers this season have a bit of a reputation of avoiding the crashes early, but then later in the game they just can't seem to quite do it. But for Ruby Lex Post, he's going to have to do his best to avoid the crashes, because at this point in the season, it is more important than ever that you stay in the race. Do not have any sort of accidents. So we slow things down a bit. First caution of the day. So let's actually go back in time and see what brought this caution. Just reversing. And lights on. So what happened anyways? So they actually happened close to the back of the field. Oh, Texodos. And Chastain getting involved. Anthony Logan. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a good angle of this one. So Texodos. Oh, it actually started out between Bobcat Films. So actually part-time Tobago Motorsports drive getting into it with Ross Chastain. Bit of a Tobago Motorsports wreck up here, as Colleague Racing does have a slight affiliation with Tobago Motorsports. But Chastain gets hit by Bobcat Films and then sent into Texodos, into the outside wall, and John Doe with nowhere to go involved in the wreck. And Harrison Burton and Ernie Irvin with a hard hit. And already a couple drivers are going to be out of this race. A very, very interesting first crash of the day, but it was probably to be expected. So let's skip a lap. Actually, let's see who's gonna pit. Well, obviously, well, nobody should pit because it's way too early in the race. One thing that I almost forgot to mention, we did have a Goldfish Truck Series race here earlier this season. Texas on pit road, Harrison Burton. Ah, here they come. Oh, Anthony Logan, I guess, did take some scratches in that crash. Anthony Logan, another buff guy, and Anthony Logan, his season has just started going downhill ever since the flaws began. I mean, right at the last race of the regular season, he lost the regular season title. He was in prime position to win it, and lost it at the last second due to a collision with Can't Drive. And his first race at All Club didn't go too well either. Or did it? I don't remember. Yeah, it's been a while. To give you how long it's been, well, it had been a good 6 months since I recorded the last race before. That was at All Club. And it's been about a month since I recorded that race as well. It is now late January as of the time that I'm recording this race. I don't really mean to take these long breaks. It's just there's so many other things going on that, you know, I need to take a bit of time away from these projects. But hopefully starting today, I'll be able to record all these races until the end of the season. And we're almost there. I'm almost there with recording the last races of the season. And I guess another thing I will just say while we're underneath this caution, or under this caution, I won't be focusing too much on continuity. I'll just be talking about each race as it's happening. I won't really be talking about what happened in the previous race or what's going to have to happen in the next race. At least not until we get to the very close to the end of the season. Like the last few races of the season, that's when it's really going to matter. Because the thing is, right, from now until the last few races, the points don't really matter too much. I mean, it does matter. I mean, it does matter for those who are in the back of the points, but for those who are running up front in points, it's not too big of a deal. So, you know, what happens for right now isn't really too important. What's going to be important is going to be, you know, who's going to be where the points when we get close to the season finale. So, and there's also the fact that since I recorded the last race such a long time ago, I've forgotten what happened in the previous race that I recorded. So, yeah, so I won't really be hitting too much on continuity in this series until we are close to the end. But, or, well, any of this series. But once we get close to the end, then I'll be, you know, focusing on continuity and being like, oh, this driver needs to do this and stuff. Of course, I will be hitting who's highest in points and who to look out for. But for the most part, I won't be focusing on it too much until we get close to the end. But I can at least say once we do get close to the end of the season, then I'm going to be on it, you know. Especially once we get close to the final race, because the final race is going to be the big one. You know, it's going to be who decides the champion for each series. Well, by that I mean the Goldfish Siemens and Cup series. IROC, of course, heading a little bit earlier, but you know, that's kind of a different series from these three. So yeah, and I kind of just want to just get this. I must admit, I kind of just want to just get this project over with. So it feels like I'm cutting some corners here and there. You know why? I mean, I've been working on this project for nearly 2 years, and I kind of just want to get it over with. So I just thought I would give you guys a little update while we're under this caution flag. But caution is about to come to an end, so let's now fast forward a bit and get to it. Frame rate's good, so there's that. And yes, I did do a bit of testing, and my testing haven't been 100% perfect, but you know, that's another thing I'm not going to worry too much about. I kind of just want to get this over with. Right. Here we come to the box. And green flag back in the air in Denver. Justin Haley going to the outside of Henne. All Slimley here as well, so was Sports drivers running up front. But Justin Haley about to steal the show here. And the two are side by side through the first corner. And they make it. But they're still side by side, and Henne on the inside lane. Here comes Edgar Fitzwater Sr. trying to spoil the show here. And Emily as well, who just got her first win. Already trying to go for a second one as Fitzwater is really close to Henne and playing a dangerous game here. And caution is out again already. As we just got back racing, caution is out again. As pace car to really go fast to get to the front here. Wow, look at it go. Yeah, luckily the pace car doesn't have to abide by the same laws of physics as the regular guys do. So let's rewind again as we've had yet another caution. We did have quite a few of these cracks though during the Truck Series race, so. Oops. Oh, Bob Collin Films. Wow, who was already involved in the first crash is immediately involved in the second one. Got taken up between DJ Reed and Damon Blue. And everyone's able to avoid him. Ooh, Can't Drive just narrowly misses him. So only a minor spin from Bob Collin Films. Oh, a couple guys pitted. Interesting. So apparently, Shane Lamb, Cody Goforth, and John Doe came on the pit road for some reason. Anthony Logan all the way back here. Ooh, Anthony Logan not doing good as far as playoff is. So let's now fast forward just a little bit. And here we come. Oh, it's also apparently texted us. Ross Chastain, Harrison Burton, and Ernie Irvin are out of the race. Guess the ticket resets every time you fast forward. So green flag in there once again. Let's see if we can go more than one lap under green. So Henness still in the lead, Fitzwater still in between these two. And Justin Haley's still on a mission. And the whole outside line scrapes the wall. Except for Henry, who gets a good gap on these guys. Chase Briscoe, though, with a run all the way on the bottom lane. And Briscoe now trying to fight for second with these guys. Haley, Fitzwater. Ooh, Fitzwater hits the wall, or scrapes the wall. And Chase Briscoe all the way on the bottom lane. This is a really wide track, as you can see. And it has its upsides and downsides. The upside is they have a lot of space to move around, but the downside is that a lot of these guys don't really know how to take the track properly. And so it can lead to accidents. Like the ones we've had so far. Here comes Ubi Lexpo, is not too far back. It has now been some field separation, I've noticed. Which is probably a good thing. The further away these guys are away from each other, then the lesser chance there's going to be an accident. As here comes Ryan Sieg. Moving up to second. And Edward is not too far up front. And we have yet another caution flag. Caution is out again. Oh, dearie, dearie me. What's the caution for this time? This one looks like this one's out for quite a while. Let's see. Oh, Cody Goforth. Another minor spin-off of turn 4. Only a 2-car tag. Wow, it happened right at the end of the field. I don't know what was that for, but for some reason, John Doe just blatantly dumped Cody Goforth. I'm not sure why. Maybe those two have some previous history or something. I don't know. I haven't really followed those two, so I can't really say much. Regardless of that, we're under caution again. Can I see any guys coming up here road? Ooh, Craig Graff coming up here road. Justin Allgaier, AJ Allmendinger, Snyder, and Kendra coming down as well. So fast forward to a couple of these laps, just because it's going to take forever if we don't do this. Alright, well, a very accident-filled race so far. We haven't seen that much actual racing. We did see it briefly, but can we see it some more, please? So pace car pulls up the pit road again. And green flag is in the air. You know what? Even the Truck Series drivers didn't crash this much. I guess since it's new track for these guys, perhaps they're not quite used to this place. Green flag in the air again. And once again, the high lane all hits the wall. That's not good if they want to keep up, as the bottom lane now starting to keep up. Indeed. And the top three all box into each other now. Emily, Ryan Sieg having a jockey for position. And yep, it's as predictable. Oh no, they're not predicted backs. I thought they were about to go 3 wide, but they didn't. And Emily now ahead of Henne. And the front pack now starting to get close together as Emily takes the lead here. Well, now having to slow up for the corner as everyone's banging into each other. Lots of bang going on. And here comes Lex Pulse, and there's a big crash behind us, there's a big pileup. That's gonna take out lots of cars, but we have a big pileup off of turn 2. And Lex Pulse is trying to find his way through it all, and he's still trying to find his way through this pack here. And through all that, Free McShane is taking the lead. And Lex Pulse moves his way all the way up here. And caution is out once again, but this time for a much bigger accident. But I don't know, looks like this race might just be a repeat of our club. So let's rewind time again and see what actually happened. Now this one was absolutely big. There's even a car going upside down. So let's see what actually happened here. Yeah, Austin Murray. Is he a playoff guy? He was! Playoff driver going upside down. But man, these playoff drivers are going really aggressive. So he gets into Matthew Brown and smacks into the outside wall. Drivers having to make some evasive maneuvers, but some of them can't quite do it. And it's a big, big, big pileup on the back straightaway. Multiple cars flipping. And John Doe. So let's see who actually flipped. Austin Murray's one of them. DJ Reed, another one who is going for a wild ride. DJ Reed has done a very good season. And goes from bad to worse as he gets collected by many drivers. And DJ Reed going for an absolutely wild ride. I don't know why I keep confusing him for Ryan Reed. I guess because the last name is the same. And John Doe as well, another one unable to avoid this one. And another one that goes for a wild ride. And just from this crash, we have multiple drivers who will be out of this race. Multiple cars with blown engines. Hang on, what happened to Austin Murray? Wait, was he already there? Wait, hang on a minute. Was he hit again? Let me check. Hang on a minute. Oh, no, wow. Okay, we gotta see this whole thing from Austin Murray. So he gets tagged, goes upside down, and since he's already moving, he's now sliding on his move all the way down the back straightaway. Wow. I tell you what, that is something that you don't see every day. Austin Murray on his roof slides all the way near turn 3. Wow, look at that. And I have multiple cars with blown engines who will likely be out of this race. Man, driver's getting really, really aggressive here. It's only the second round of the playoffs, or second race of the playoff, guys. Come on. So as for the guys up front, we'll reset and try again. So who's going to come down pit road this time? Let's see. Not a lot. Oh, here comes Mitch Bonson, just Nog Geyer, can't drive. Nathan Amond. And those are guys who are coming down that's still moving. I have a bunch of guys here that are broken down. And are likely done for the day. Because we're just approaching the halfway point in this race. So you have certain drivers that are still in the race. And then some that aren't. So where are we at now? Oh. Wow, really? That took out half the field? Holy moly. Hang on, is this gonna reset? It is. Yep. So, if you look at the ticker, a number of drivers are all out of this race due to that crash. Some drivers straight up retired. Others just not doing well. A couple guys did survive, but I think the drivers that pitted are just the ones who just wanted to service the car and make it to the end of the race. So we're now down to half the field, but that is probably a good thing. Oh, wait, what? Wait. Austin Murray is still in this race? Wait a minute. Wow. So, we just saw Austin Murray, who was upside down, slid all the way down the back straightaway, and he is still in this race. Wow. What a Chad. Probably has a broken car, but he's still in this, as we are now underway once again. So hopefully now has gotten their crashes out of them. However, the top 3 guys and points are still up running up front and are still in it to win it. That is Hubi Lexpulse, Ryan Sieg, and Justin Haley. And they're all in the top 10. Plus have other playoff drivers who now have a shot at advancing. Well, not advancing, but why am I saying advancing? We have multiple rounds of improving their position in the points. And then 3 wide for the Emily with a very daring move. And they're still crashing. And we have another crash. Oh, well. Made it this far. And right as we just had a very, very big crash, we now have yet another crash. So let's go back in time and see what happened to bring out this one. You saw in the background. Didn't get a too good of a view of it because, well, it happened so fast. So, well, that's why we have instant replay, so we can look at it again. Oh, no! Justin Haley, I was just talking about him. Oh, we got it. Oh, no. Oh, Noah Gregson. Yeah, so with Noah Gregson. Noah Gregson, for some reason, just drove too hard, and he actually got into it with his teammate. And... oh, man, Justin Haley, that is not going to be good for him. And also, Buck with a blown engine, and Austin Murray, who, like I said, we just saw him go upside down. He gets involved in this one. And it wasn't the end of it, though. There were some other things happening, as then you had drivers who just came back up to the racetrack. Keisha Richardson also got involved in the crash, lost control. And he's slipping up on the racetrack and took Vodka Films and Austin Murray with him. Dear, oh dear. So, caution is out again. Anyone up here road this time? Yeah, Haley. The guys who crashed. Let's skip a lap. So Justin Haley, who was running up front, is now back in the field. Alright, so Balkan Films on pit road at the moment, and Balkan Films also now done for the day. So we're down to just less than half the field. Justin Haley is unfortunately at the back of the field, but with how much the field has shrunken with all the crashes, he could still make his way back up to the field and, well, regain the lead. So, you know, we just had All Club where it's basically like a survival race. This is basically that all over again. But you know what? I already went through this phase once. I'm not gonna do this again. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. And green flag in the air again. Austin Murray is still slow. Zanini is still fast. And most of us gone through turn 2 pretty well. Top 3 drivers though, not really in playoff contention though, so they just happened to be on front. And they're going 3 wide again. And that's going to put Emily in the lead. It was just last week at Auto Club that Emily survived all the chaos there to win. Do you think she might be able to do it again? Alright, so we might actually be able to get a race in now that most of the field is out. Here's Michael Lynette, who got in it earlier with his teammate, but now he is still here. And here comes Tyler Tomasi, who I've barely spoken about all season. And he has managed to move his way all the way up to 3rd. And Tyler Tomasi, like I said, I've barely talked about him all season. And now, in a point of the season where it really doesn't matter, he's now trying to put himself in a position to win the race, but his teammate Hubi Lexipulse here as well. However, it is more important for Hubi Lexipulse to do well, as Hubi Lexipulse actually in the playoffs and actually with a shot to win the title. So Hubi Lexipulse needs to do the best that he can to stay in contention. As Holy Moses is going to just quietly just move his way beneath. But Tyler Tomasi not getting up so easily, and Michael Lynette. No, Gregson, who got involved in that crash earlier, is still in this race for some reason. Yeah, the track is insane. Or at least now we can see some actual racing. See, the thing was with All Club, you know, it didn't matter how few cars won the race, there was always the chance of a crash. At least here, it seems now that most of the sausage guys are the road. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And another crash. This time involving Anthony Alfredo. What happened this time? I actually saw it. So Anthony Alfredo actually got into it. Ooh, drivers having to avoid. Lots of evasive maneuvers going on. And just like that, we're under caution yet again. So let's check who's gonna come down pit road. Some guys haven't pitted at all race. So we'll have to see who comes down pit road this time. Nobody. Except for Alfredo, Rich Bronson, and just an old guy who got involved in that crash that just happened. Well, spin. It wasn't really a crash. And Kendrick coming up pit road as well. Surprisingly, Can't Drive hasn't gone a lap down, but then again, he hasn't really had a chance to because we've been under caution for most of this race. I think that Fredo actually done for the day now. So skip the lap. Okay, lights on the pace car. Also, no more double fall restarts, so Austin Murray just gonna have to just stay back. Oh, hang on. Wait, is Austin Murray... Oh, no, it's still a lap down. Okay. Alright, so we're now down to 18 cars. 17 of which on the lead lap and 6... Well, about 10 of which have a shot at the race win. But we have multiple playoff drivers, though, still in this. So as far as like playoff drivers, we have Casey Nanico, Henne, who'll be Lexenpulse, Ryan Sieg, Matthew Brown, Chase Briscoe, Justin Haley, and Austin Murray. So actually, the majority of the cars still in this race are playoff cars, playoff drivers, however you want to see it. So this race is only going to tighten the playoff battle, except of course for those who aren't in the race, who will suffer from this. As there's a police car go by. Green flag in the air once again. In case Didiko and Hannah are both going to the high line for some reason, but they're trying to get it. Well, the reason they're trying to get it run on free chain, but it's like we're gonna work. Case Didiko just put himself in a very bad position. And Case Didiko gonna drop spots here, and others trying to get back around free chain. Here comes Hubi Lexpos with the power down the back straightaway, but no, Gregson is following. But Hubi Lexipulse, who is currently a points leader, now your race leader, and is now passing over Gregson here. Now, one thing worth mentioning, while Hubi Lexipulse does have the points lead, he only has lead by a point. By an point. But if he can finish... Well, actually, if he gets the win here, he will have that points gap above the other playoff drivers going into the next 6 races. So Hubi just has to stay out of trouble for the rest of this race, and he is good. But while he is the one on the front, what's happening back here? Well, actually, what's happening up here? And, oh, Michael Annette getting back at his teammate Noah Gregson for what happened earlier. But here they come. Here comes Senna and Ryan Sieg. These are exactly the guys that Hubi Lexpos needs to look out for. And they are already coming back here to try to take Hubi down. And here comes Ryan Sieg. And Ryan Sieg, interesting point about him, Ryan Sieg, despite being a playoff driver, he has not won a single race this season. Ryan Sieg winless in this season. Could he change that today? Meanwhile, here comes Senna, and Riley Herbst is going to get into Michael Annette. And what is... Man, people not a fan of Michael Annette in this race for some reason. 5 laps to go with Denver, and it looks like we're going to have a clean race to the finish, as Henne is here with Ryan Sieg, and playoff drivers all up here, all doing battle, trying to really line there. Here comes Casey Nanico. Casey Nanico gonna get into it with Ryan Sieg. They nearly spit out, but they keep it going straight. And this is actually helping out Hubi Lexpos, as Hubi is able to get a massive gap on the guy in second. This is going to be really good for Hubi, as everyone continues to battle behind. Here comes Casey Nanico, who continues to try to hold his ground, along with Ryan Sieg and Henne as well. Here comes Matthew Brown, another playoff driver, trying to keep up with these guys. 4 laps to go, and Casey Nanico into third. And we are slowing down again, and the caution is out once again in Denver. And this could be it. This could be the caution that ends the race, as we have less than a few laps to go, and caution laps have typically taken a good few laps to get underway. So this could guarantee a win for Hubi, and this would be, I think, his 3rd or 4th win of the season. But it will be a playoff win, which actually doesn't really matter as far as points. I mean, he's got playoff guys not too far behind him, so this isn't really going to tighten up the points battle that much. So anyway, let's go back in time and see what actually happened to cause this crash, or this caution. And lights out. So what happened? Oh, Tyler Tomasi, I was just talking about him. He gets into it with Jose Mills. Or no, Jose Mills gets into it with Tyler Tomasi, and they both collide each other and spin. I tell you what though, Tyler Tomasi, it's a Bum Motorsports driver. Did that crash just help his teammate win this race? I tell you what though, Hubie has the lead, so I think even if we do have a one-lap shootout, Hubie still has the win on lock, or does he? Well, let's see. So, let's skip another lap. This is it. And lights are still out on the pace car. And that has sealed the deal on this race. Let's skip another lap. And that's it. That is your race. And just like that, Hubie Lexipulse is a winner once again in the NROL Siemens National Series. I tell you what though, this isn't the first time that a win has fallen right into Hubie's hands. In fact, his first ever win came in the luckiest thing ever at Orlando. He then, though, got his second win on merit. And this third win has technically come on merit as well. But at the same time, you could make a case that Hubie Lexipulse was lucky with this one. But regardless of the way you look at it, Hubie Lexipulse will come to the checkered flag to win the Samsung 300 at Dover Motorsports Park. A crash-filled race is going to end under caution. Kind of disappointing. I, of course, would have liked to have seen this race come down under green, but unfortunately, things don't work out so well. However, it has at least worked out for playoff drivers. This isn't really going to lengthen the points that much. Hubie Lexipulse, of course, your points leader. He is going to extend his points lead, but only by a little bit. Only by a little bit over his close competition between Ryan Sieg and Justin Haley. Now, of course, Hubie Lexipulse is going to get a good amount of points over Ryan Sieg. However, Yevheny and Casey Nico finished in the top 3. Now, I'm not quite sure how the points situation actually looks at the moment. I'll have to see what the battle actually looks like for the playoffs. So, Hubie still leads, but only just. He still has another 6 races to be consistent before it's all over for this season. But Hubie Lexipulse, he's been up there all season. Maybe not, well, maybe not all season, but especially over the summer. You know, Hubie, he's been there. And Hubie is, you gotta remember, Hubie is your regular season champion. Of course, took the championship right at the very end after Anthony Alfredo got into it, can't drive, but, you know. But that being said, it's only race 2 of the playoffs, so this could all fall apart in the next 6 races for Hubie. But let's hope it doesn't fall apart for him. Let's hope that Hubie is able to remain consistent and be there right at the end. So there you have it, though. That is it for this race. So Hubie Lexipulse with the win. Henne comes home in second. Casey Nico third. Riley Herbst with a 4th somehow. Ryan Sieg comes home in 5th. Noah Gregson 6th. Michael Nett 7th. Freeman McShane 8th. Matthew Brown 9th. Emily in 10th. Anthony Logan 11th. Chase Briscoe in 12th. Justin Daly 13th. Rich Bonds in 14th. Todd Smatz 15th. Jose Mills 16th. Can Drive 17th. Austin Murray 18th, Jason Allgaier 19th, Anthony Alfredo 20th, Keith Rich 21st, Bob Cuffham 22nd, Nathan Mon 23rd, Brandon Jones 24th, Bob Potter 25th, AJ Allmendinger 26th, Dean Hemrick 27th, Cody Goforth 28th, Shane Lamb 29th, Austin Cindric 30th, DJ Reed 31st, John Doe 32nd, Edward 33rd, Decker Fitzwater 34th, Dan Blue 35th, Sebastian Coquelin 36th, Greg Rafford 37th, Meister 38th, Texas 39th, Ross Tate 40th, Harrison Burton 41st, and Ernie Irvin in 42nd. Well, there you go. That was a pretty chaotic race. Yeah. And we have a cup race run here tomorrow. How is that going to go? I'm not too sure, but hopefully it'll at least go cleaner than this. But that's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Siemens Action Series should be an interesting series to watch over the next 6 weeks. But Cup Series comes here tomorrow. So that's it for today. And I will see you in whatever I make next.